about, like, we look at the party as, like, you get here, you know, the park's amazing, and then you discover this Mardi Gras party is happening, right? You've discovered this treasure of a party. So that is why our theme this year is Treasure of the Deep. And the way that the parade will be lined out this year is we'll kind of bookend the parade with our traditional floats. So up front, you know, you'll have like our river boat, our tidal float, our jester float, and then in the middle, you're going to have our Treasures of the Deep theme that you're going to be seeing. You're seeing 3 examples of those that are out here right now. It's 6 floats total. And this year went a little different. Instead of just doing a theme, trying to tell a little bit of a story too. Because of the creative development group, of course, that's what we do. We're all storytellers. So the first float that you'll encounter as part of our theme for Treasure Deep is actually this the float over here, and that's our treasure map float. And once you see the parade, you'll see that on this treasure map, you'll actually encounter all the things that are along the path. So this actually kind of sets you on your journey to go find the treasure. You'll see the different things that you'll encounter, like these purple kraken over here that's on the float, which is our next float that you would encounter along this journey, and that is our Creatures of the Deep float. Our Creatures of the Deep float is gorgeous. There's a lot of really great creatures that will be swarming around that float that you'll see. From there, we keep things underwater, and our next float is the sunken city of Atlantis, which again allows us to have a lot of fun with the sort of treasures that you'll find there, those creatures. We've actually got the king and queen of Atlantis that'll be roaming there. And then, once you get past that, you've gone back out into the water, and you maybe have a bit of a shipwreck, and you end up over here with our shipwreck float, where there's all sorts of gold. And that's one thing you're going to notice, like with each float, is the treasures. They're kind of different pieces of those Mardi Gras colors, the purple, the cream, the gold. And there's a lot of gold to be had here at our shipwreck float. And since this is, you know, the treasures of the deep, people that kind of go after treasures are known to be a bit piratical from time to time. So there's pirates that are trying to get this treasure, which leads us to my next, and it's my favorite named float, and that is our Battle for the Booty float. That's right. That's right. And so here, you know, actually see, like, we've started to gather some of this treasure, and now we've got these pirates who are going to battle it out and see who gets the treasure. Oh, this is going to be tons of fun. That's right. Bringing some sword fighting to Mardi Gras. I love it. And then from here, we start to head out toward, once you've got your Battle of the Booty, well, the treasure all gets collected at where? That's X marks the spot. And that'll be our final float that you'll see in the themes there. And of course, this just loaded with all the treasures of Mardi Gras. But what's something that we learned on this treasure hunt? Guys, this hunt for the treasure, what we learned was the real treasure was the party we were having all along. That is right. Yeah, that's right. And then we continue on with our traditional floats from there, where we go to, you know, we have our New Orleans float that celebrates kind of the music of New Orleans. We also then have our King and Queen float, and as Laura talked about, we have our King Gator float, who got a really beautiful makeover. If you're familiar to Cummins Parade, he is truly a finale piece this year. It looks fantastic. And some of the other pieces up front, like our tidal float, river boat, they're going to have some nods to us celebrating 25 years of Mardi Gras that are pretty amazing. I'm really proud of this year's parade. I think you're going to have a ton of fun when you see the costumes and all the finished floats. They're just phenomenal this year. And of course, the other good part of Mardi Gras is what's killing me right now. It's that smell of that food. I am so hungry. So I'm going to turn things over to Chef Ron to talk about all the awesome food we're going to have this year.